And then you guys can all join that. Although 47 divisions here is kind of overkill. Right, another thing I want is naval base here to be upgraded to level 10 so that we can send supplies extremely effectively by sea. How is Constantinople being bombed? I don't know. The other thing I could do with is some air bases over on this side. Karakum, sure. That'll do. Oh wow, manpower's almost died. Where's that all gone? Oh, because we're training units. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop you guys training. And that's where they were. Cool. Manpower is kind of critical at this point. Fifth. 25 more days, and then we can get that. Okay, good. Good. And then the invasion of Russia can finally begin. Not that I'm not enjoying these rates of losses, 4.8 million to my 348,000. But I do need to end this war at some point. Preferably before someone else jumps in. Wow, Community of France is almost completely returned. And that is probably all the CSA is doing. Are you on board with Brazil? You are. That war has been going on for a while. I thought La Plata was on the winning foot, but it looks like Brazil's actually managed to entrench themselves. Well, I guess La Plata's trying to fight through the Amazon right now. That's never easy. Okay, so the reason I'm not getting Artillery 3 yet is because I am waiting to get the artillery manufacturer to boost all of my artillery by 15%. If I get Artillery 3 before getting this, then I never get these bonuses because these only apply to technologies you have not yet researched. Which is very annoying and ruins lots and lots of strategies. And I really wish it were possible to re-research something so that you could then take advantage of later design companies. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. That's just one of the bad design decisions about the game. I could, or I could change my manpower law. No, let's do the exports. Oh, these only cost 100. Whoops. Okay, so that should mean that I don't need to import nearly as much stuff. Except that does not seem to be true. I still need more. Colombia, are you willing to sell me anything yet? Yes. And electronics is done, so we can start researching radar. Boom, 50%. 1, 2, 3. So we can get up to the centimetric radar. 22 days. Ha 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 ha! Nice. Okay, more fighters. I mean, we could just get more close air support at this stage. Oh wait, that was heavy fighter, wrong one. And then focus is the Directorate of Military Factories, which increases the speed of infantry equipment and also gives us a free military factory. We must reorganize our military production facilities into a proper network of organized factories, establishing the Askeri Fabrikala good grief. Mudulugu will... Establishing the Askeri Fabrika Unum Mudulugu will ensure that our troops are constantly sent new equipment. Not that we're really short on equipment right now with our 340,000 in the bank. mean, what I potentially could have done is sent guns to the French Republic so that they could hold off the Commune of France more easily. Germany, are you at war with them? No, you're only at war with Japan. Which you're beating. I will get more manpower from cores, but I don't know how frequently that's going to fire. Come on, this justification must be almost done, surely. Nope. 3 months. Bloody hay fever. Is it 12 PM for me? It is indeed. Synthetic oil experiments. Boom! Right, time to go on a bit of a building spree. One for you, 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 you. Basically everything in the Middle East is going to have one of these. I don't care how slowly you build it. The Middle East is where oil is from. Sure, in Egypt. Why not? Oh, okay then. North Africa too. Not for you, because you're going to get damaged. Okay, there we go. That should give our people a little bit of work to do. Off you go. And the other thing I needed to double check was my imports. So we're not importing chromium, that's good. We're still importing rubber. We still need more oil. And we have a surplus of tungsten. Yeah, we don't use much tungsten, which is interesting. You guys must be... Oh, no, you're not. You go and join that. You go and join him. How many Janissaries do we have? We can get another 2 more Janissaries. Do it. I got 3 more. Okay, that's fine. Janissary the first. Boom. Here we go. Heavy hitters. Murdered and then Mordred. He still spelt it wrong. Okay, research. We could get more synthetic oil, but I don't think we're going to need to. We have lots of space already. We could get more rockets, which I'm feeling a little bit meh about. We could research the 1945 modern battle tank. That sounds to me like a better idea. How long until we get jets? 99 days. Oh well, we'll be wasting a little bit of air experience, so be it. There you go, got it that time. And there we go, we have now got radar. One for you. One for you, one for you. Actually, no, don't need one there. One for you. One for you. One for you. One for you. Trying to get a good mixture of radar here. That'll do. Oh, one over there. Yeah, that's pretty evenly spread out. I mean, we will have some overlap later on, but there's nothing really wrong with that. The French Republic have cancelled their diplomatic... Really? France? Don't do it. Just don't do it. That would be really silly. Really, 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 really silly on your part. Wow, I've literally not got any support equipment at all. Wow, I didn't realise just how little research I'd done on support. Okay, that is something that we need to focus on. End of July. Come on, August. And Canada. And India. Guys, don't do it. I think... Oh, right. Yeah, Romania's already been mostly built up because it's actually pretty well industrialised. Or quite a lot of infrastructure. Oh, Russia's got their fighting strength again, so I'm going to guess they've changed their manpower law. Service by requirement. Is that what they were already? I think they were. Oh, they are definitely gunning for something. Have the Russians decided to stop attacking me? I have a feeling they have. Ah, I won't need India. It's fine. I mean, what I might do is switch out the heavy tanks in the Janissary formations and switch them with modern battle tanks. That's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, it's annoying that this isn't Death of Dishonor, because then what I could do is switch out... I would get a whole bunch of heavy tanks back, which I could then use the variant production thing to switch those heavy tanks into SPGs for a reduction in price. And then add those SPGs to my infantry units. Or I could just straight up add those to my regular infantry units. Alright, more support companies. Let's go recon for the additional attack bonus. 74 days on the jet. 4th of August. How long until we can attack? 10th of August. Okie dokie. You guys are still all training. Okay, getting closer. Right, your orders are to go from Constantinople to here. And you're doing your thing. You need some actual orders. In fact, what you can do is military training on the Afghan border. You're already guarding Suez, that's fine, you're still in training. And you should also have preparation bonus. Boom! Here we go. Declare war, conquer. You join Russia. Good. I was a little bit concerned you might join the commune or something. But you didn't. And Azerbaijan is already on the run. Huzzah! Despite their rather pathetically defended provinces. Level 1 forts. Oh yeah, another great thing about heavy tanks, they get a bonus against forts. Likewise with super heavy battle tanks. Sorry, super heavy tanks. Battle tanks don't. That might be a reason to keep my heavies. I mean, it's certainly in the regular infantry divisions there's a reason to keep them. They don't need the speed bonus, which modern battle tanks have. Yeah, Azerbaijan's as good as gone. And Russia's not really rushing to move to assist them. Could I explain why I increased the infrastructure to max in the provinces with refineries? It wasn't specifically for the provinces with refineries, but in provinces that have higher infrastructure, they build factories faster. It's a direct bonus. So a level 1 infrastructure gets you a 10% bonus. A level 10 gets you a 100% bonus. So you build factories much quicker in places with high levels of infrastructure, which is why countries like Germany are able to industrialize much more quickly than, say, somewhere like Turkey. Because Turkey has crap infrastructure while Germany has, like, Autobahns everywhere. I would take all of their states. Done. And that's going to give me a buttload of oil as well. Okay, so purples. You're going to need to expand your lines. Ooh, and also you have got 6 men too short. So 6 of the mountaineers from here I will send to you. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then your lines, cancel that. What we're going to do is set up a line here and do military exercises against Bulgaria. In fact, you, rather than as Afghanistan, let's do military exercises in the Ukraine. And this is also, I'm building up the preparation bonus for my eventual attack on the Russians, so I have the maximum bonus when I'm attacking. So yes, the infrastructure I believe does affect places, refineries. Refineries count as a factory in that instance. Okay, so we got, wow, 13 factories from Azerbaijan. Really? Interesting. I wish to turn those into close air support. Need to buy in some more rubber. And that's fine, because we are now producing an absolute bucket load of oil. Excellent. Right, let's stop buying from some of these people who aren't selling me very much. Stop. 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 And we are completely oil independent. Excellent. And a lot of other countries are going to really struggle to get oil because we are one of the biggest producers of oil. And we just got the Directorate of Factory thingies, which means that we can finally get the artillery manufacturer, which means that we can finally get the Tier 3 artillery. Huzzah! Okay, and are you... No, you are just... Oh, 50% research for engineers technology. That sounds useful. Do it. Sorry, I meant to read that. The Army Engineer Schools will shoulder the burden of building the foundation for many future military projects. Caribbean's cancelled. Ireland's cancelled. Oh dear, we're in trouble. Ireland's gunning for us. More close air support. I don't know how my production of fighters is going. We're actually still in deficit for fighters. So let's change you two to fighters, because we're still low on them. And then we'll need to import more rubber. Hey, Siam, buddy. Hey, Master Matt. I'm importing more steel than I need. What? Oh, I am as well. Considering, however, that there are so few steel producers, I might just want to continue importing that, though. I think I will. I'm just editing these so that... Yeah, I'm going to continue importing steel. Because I'm worried that if I stop importing that steel, then someone else will nab them. Right, we're going to get an engineer's bonus. So I'll wait on that. Signal company would mean that we reinforce faster. We have large divisions, so we don't need that. Although it would mean that we get planning quicker, which is a good reason. Logistics company reduces the amount of supply. No, we need logistics, actually. So logistics companies reduce the supply footprint of your units, meaning you can squeeze more troops in poor infrastructure areas, which is kind of important in the Middle East. The opposite is, well, not really the opposite. There's another one which is very similar, which is maintenance companies, which increases the reliability of all your units. And that means you need to replace less equipment. But if you're not suffering from attrition in the first place, then you're not going to be suffering much from maintenance. So maintenance is more if you're taking a lot of casualties through combat, while logistics is more if you're taking attrition through, sorry, if you're taking, attrition through poor supply. does Kaiserreich have a different end date than the base game? I'm not so sure. Hey, Owen, Money for Life. I'm not sure I've ever actually got to the end date for Kaiserreich. I think they do. I mean, I was talking to the Kaiserreich team while I was in Stockholm for the Paradox fan convention thingy, and they were talking that they wanted to make Kaiserreich last longer. So there's basically the Second World War, which is the Commune of France versus Germany, and then once that dust has settled and either side has won, then they want the Third World War, which is the Entente, coming in as kind of a late game threat. Obviously that hasn't taken effect yet. Also, Podcat was talking about, and he's the lead developer of Hearts of Iron, so he's the Paradox guy. He was talking about wanting, possibly, no promises were made here, about extending the end date of Hearts of Iron, so it leads up to the Korean War, so it would be into the 1950s, early 1960s. He didn't want to go so far as Vietnam, but Korea had some geopolitical similarities to World War II apparently, and the strategic game is also kind of similar. While in Vietnam there were big differences, like the advent of guerrilla warfare. So there is the potential, like, the Kaiserreich team were very happy when Podcat announced this, because that fit in with their own vision for how the game should play. Hasn't happened yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if the end game, or the end date has already been extended to account for that, is what I'm trying to say in a really, really long-winded type of way of saying it. Cool. Okay, so I think my plan is, once my Marines have been fully trained, we will launch the naval invasion, hit that, push out from here, try and get a cut-off across here, take the Caucasus, and then once the Caucasus are ours, we'll start spreading out towards Moscow from here, and we'll start launching in an attack through the steppe as well. The steppe attack will be much slower, though. Yeah, I think I like that. And we are still training Janissaries. How many heavy tanks do we have? We have enough for another 2. Have we trained another Janissary? I feel like we have. Oh, 2 more. Hello! Let's get those guys trained. Oh, sorry, Master Matt. What have I done in this session so far? I beat Austria. that was the main thing. So I was at war with Russia and I was at war with Austria at the same time. I needed to take Austria out. And in fact, I declared war on Austria after Russia had already attacked and done a ton of damage, because I needed their resources, particularly steel. With that steel, I was able to kick up my heavy tank production up into top gear and get heavy tanks in all of my mountain divisions, which you see tons and tons of here on the Russian border. That has enabled me to get 4.8 million dead Russians to my 350,000 dead Turks, which is rather good rate of return, I think, and is allowing me to prepare for a front war against the Russians, once the Russians have already kind of bled themselves dry, which is rather nice. Okay, so we have the heavy tank here. So what I think I'm going to start doing is researching heavy SPs, and then probably modern SPs. Oh, and they are cheap. They only take 50 days. No, those are mediums. Whoops. We could also get super heavies. Nah, not really worth it at this point. 16 days to get heavy SPs. Let's do it. 22 days until I get my jets. How's my fighter production? We're actually gaining now. We were minus 600 for a while. We no longer are. The Russians are no longer pushing, apparently. They've realised the error of their ways. So all of you lot should be on that line. Leaving all of you lot on that one. How many is that on each side? 12 to 12. Perfect! It's almost like I planned that. Where is... Oh, right, yeah, your attack line is really, really small. We are going to get rid of that attack line and then give you another one, which will be to push up to the rivers. And start you building up that planning bonus. Once the Marines are trained, we'll put them into the Marine attack. We'll need to plan that invasion. Ah, naval invasions. Have we actually got high enough technology in that? I'm not sure we do. No, not even close. Okay, so we can currently send 10 men in a naval invasion. We're going to need at least this level to send off the full army worth. Was there a special event for the fall of Vienna? No, disappointingly actually. There was a special event for the fall of Prague. Well, not an event, but it had like more flavor text. The fall of Vienna was just, yeah, we took Vienna. Well done. Well, Prague was like, yeah, we've taken Prague. Our troops are marching proudly across the Charles Bridge and generally being awesome. Vienna was, yeah, they fell. It's ours. Congrats. Communes are definitely coming back again, which is interesting. So we've seen the Communes beat Germany, the Entente then beat the Communes, the Entente then being defeated by the CSA, re-invading France, replacing it with the Communes. The only thing that we need now is the Communes and Germany to declare war on each other once more. That would be interesting. Minister supports his ideology. No. Piss off. "11 days until we have jets. And then we can kick our jet fighters into high production. That's probably part of the reason we're losing a lot of fighters, is I would assume the Russians are using jets already. Well, we are not. Disappointed! Need better events for taking Vienna, especially as the Ottomans. More radar. No, not more radar. More navy. Maybe I should just start pushing. Unfortunately, the Russians have regained all of their organization. I need another major push from the Russians. And then maybe I'll do another counterattack. Hey, Gaming at Night. Haven't seen you for a while. I'm good, I'm good. I'm going to need strategic bombers for the nukes. That's true, I am. Maybe I'll get jet strategic bombers. They exist, right? Yeah, they do. Put soldiers on the borders of France and India instead of Bulgaria and Ukraine. Okay, so the reason I am putting them on Bulgaria and Ukraine is not because I'm actually intending to attack those. It's because I want both of these to be supporting the naval invasion. So the Marines are going to hit first, take the location. Once we've taken it, we'll start pouring in additional troops as usual. I am basically doing military exercises. I'm not actually intending to attack Bulgaria or Ukraine. This is just to get the planning preparation up. Because once it's up, and you change their orders, it's not lost. It will start ticking down over time, but it's not lost. So once we've flooded in, we've taken this, we will be attacking the Russians with full planning preparation, which will be a massive offensive bonus because we're Grand Battle Plan. And then once they're in position, we assign their own battle plans and orders and things, and then things kind of tick over as normal. This is basically just giving us a head start in the attack. So it's military exercises in preparation for the attack on Russia. We're just using this as cover for our real intention, basically. Let's see if they do anything to react. Oh, hang on. They've not guarded this border very well. Disappointed! Come on, Russia. In fact, one unit pushing across is doing quite well. With full planning preparation. Could we push across here? No. I don't want to suffer the casualties, so I'm not going to do it. Alright, so we have got heavy SPGs. Do I want to start adding them to my units? Not really, because I have big regular artillery bonuses, so no. Except those only count for support artillery. No, they don't. That's not true. No, we don't actually want them. The only reason we have SPGs is to add them to my Janissary units, which is fine. Speaking of which, let's add another unit. And we are also going to change one of our production queues from heavy tanks to heavy SPGs, which we will also upgrade with massive artillery armaments and engines, so they can keep up with the main push. Reliability is going to be low, but we will. Okay, off we go. Ooh, I'm short on rubber again. Oh, so I am. Marvellous. Rah, rah, Rasputin, the Russian queen. That's an absolute tune. Turasas. Right, I was not watching. We have taken this stuff and I have not exploited it. Oh, he's leaving. Wouldn't it be a shame if someone were to take that province? Oh, and there's a big hole here. Oh, and there's a big hole here too. And here. Russia, you're just letting me attack you. Russia, what are you doing? Russia, stop.